We're going to turn our attention now to a special example of formatting all instances of a particular tag. In this case, one of the things we did, and we spent some time looking for an image that could substitute the default little disk here that's the bullet for our unordered lists. But if you remember, the UL list, the unordered list, was special because in our pages, you actually had to begin with a UL tag and then use an LI tag before each item on the list. But also the organized lists. So this corresponds to my technology standards. My organized lists had an OL preceding the list and then the same LI tag. So we want to make sure that we only apply the formatting to all the instances of the UL tag as opposed to the OL tag. Problem is, it's not as straightforward as the other tags. So what we want to do is we want to go into our style sheet. We want to go into Quick CSS, and we're going to select the LI tag here. LI. And because we want to format all instances of our bullet list, we don't need to worry about classes, IDs, or none of this. And what we want to do is we want to look for the list style box and look for the image text box. And if you remember, we're going to use the special syntax for inserting images into the style sheet. So what we're going to do is we're going to type URL, we open the parenthesis, we had to do the 2 dots because the images are housed in a different folder than the styles. Then the /. Every time we have a folder, we represent it in the syntax with a slash. Then it's your images folder. So in my case, this images was a small letter. Then the name of my bullet image. So I can do bullet image.gif, which was my example. And then after this, you have to remember to close the parenthesis. Once you have that, that's the only setting that we're interested in working on now. The word add is in here. I click on OK, the page reloads, and I get my code at the bottom. And I want to cut this, and I want to paste it in my style sheet. So I open the style sheet in the edit mode. I look for a blank line at the end of the document, and I paste my code. Now, here's the thing. If we were to do this, we save. And we were to preview our pages, and I am going to refresh the page and then come back to the teaching guide intro. The problem with that is that the lists that should have been numbered are now bulleted as well, because every time there's an LI, it applies my bullet. So I will need to do a little trick here in order to fix this. And what I want to do is I want to say this is a special kind of formatting all instances of a tag. It's not all LIs, but it's the LIs that appear only within the UL tag. So it's only my unordered tags. Now I do this, and I can save, get my confirmation, click OK. I can get out of here, and I can refresh my page and come back to the teaching guide intro. And now it's fixed because my unordered lists are have the bullets, and my ordered lists have the numbers that I intended to have. So that is the special trick for the for formatting all instances of the UL tag. You just have to make sure that on your style sheet you entered that UL tag right before the LI, at the beginning of the LI, and with a space um, in the code that was provided by Quick CSS.